The atmosphere at Gainbridge Fieldhouse was charged with anticipation as the Indiana Fever prepared to face off against the Phoenix Mercury. The crowd's energy was palpable, fueled by the return of Dana Bonner, a former Fever player who had left the team abruptly mid-season. The fans hadn't forgotten her departure, and their reaction was immediate and intense. From the moment Bonner stepped onto the court, a cascade of boos echoed through the arena, a clear message of their lingering resentment. This wasn't just another game for Indianapolis. It was a chance to settle a score, to show Bonner what she had left behind when she walked away from a team that had believed in her. Bonner's exit from the Fever had been a dramatic one. After signing a contract with the team, she chose to leave when challenges arose, opting instead for what she believed was a stronger contender in the Phoenix Mercury. Her decision left a bitter taste among Fever fans, who felt betrayed by her lack of commitment. The boos that greeted her return weren't just about her performance on the court. They were personal, a collective outcry against a player who had, in their eyes, quit on them. Every time she touched the ball, the crowd's hostility intensified, with shouts of "quitter" ringing out as she stepped to the free throw line. The animosity was raw, unfiltered, and unrelenting. Despite being sidelined with a groin injury, Caitlin Clark, the Fever's star player, was a visible presence on the bench, her enthusiasm undimmed by her inability to play. Clark's reactions were a barometer of the team's sentiment toward Bonner's return. When Lexi Hull and Natasha Howard combined to block a shot by Bonner, forcing a shot clock violation, Clark leapt to her feet, celebrating as if the Fever had just clinched a title. Her excitement was infectious, a reflection of the unity and resolve within the Fever's locker room. Bonner's departure had clearly galvanized the team, and Clark's animated support from the sidelines underscored the strength of their camaraderie. The game itself was a testament to the Fever's resilience. Without Clark, many doubted their ability to compete against a Mercury team that held third place in the WNBA standings. Critics were poised to highlight Indiana's reliance on their superstar, but the Fever had other plans. Aari McDonald, a guard who wasn't even on the roster at the season start, emerged as the night's hero. McDonald, who had averaged double figures during her college career at Arizona, seized the moment with a career-high 27 points, including a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line. Her performance was a masterclass in determination, as she attacked the basket with relentless aggression, dishing out 4 assists and exploiting Phoenix's defense with her quickness. When asked about her performance, McDonald pointed to the moment she hit 2 consecutive three-pointers, realizing the game was hers to command. Her ability to read the defense and capitalize on their weaknesses showcased the heart and hustle that Bonner had lacked during her time with the Fever. McDonald wasn't alone in stepping up. Chloe Beebe, signed to a 7-day contract, contributed 10 crucial points, including a three-pointer that energized the crowd. Her ability to space the floor and make defensive plays, like a key steal, added another layer to the Fever's attack. Sophie Cunningham and Dearest Dantas also made significant contributions off the bench, with Cunningham hitting a 4-point play and finishing with 12 points, while Dantas added 12 points of her own, including a slick move that left Alyssa Thomas, Bonner's fiancée, looking outmatched. The irony was unmistakable. The cap space freed up by Bonner's departure allowed the Fever to sign players like McDonald and Beebe, who proved to be not just replacements but upgrades, embodying the team-first mentality Bonner had never embraced. The game's turning point came in the fourth quarter when Aaliyah Boston took control. Boston, a cornerstone of the Fever's future, had been steady all game, posting 22 points and 12 rebounds. But in the final period, she elevated her play to another level, scoring 17 points and single-handedly crushing Phoenix's hopes of a comeback. Her personal 10-0 run was a statement of dominance as she powered through the paint, drawing fouls and converting 10 of 13 free throws. Boston's footwork and ability to finish through contact left the Mercury defense scrambling, with no answer for her relentless attack. Her performance marked her 4th consecutive double-double, a testament to her growth from a promising rookie to a franchise leader. The crowd fed off her energy, with Gainbridge Fieldhouse erupting into playoff-like intensity with every basket she scored. The Fever's 107-101 victory was more than just a win. It was a declaration of their identity as a team. Without Clark, they proved they were more than a one-player show, showcasing depth, chemistry, and a championship mentality. The balanced attack, with 5 players in double figures, highlighted their ability to adapt and thrive under pressure. For Fever fans, the victory was a cathartic release, a chance to show Bonner and the Mercury that Indianapolis was building something special, something Bonner had chosen to abandon. The drama didn't end with the final buzzer. In the post-game press conferences, the contrasting approaches of the two teams became starkly apparent. Kalya Copper, a Mercury player, took to the microphone to defend Bonner, calling the fans' boos distasteful and labeling Bonner a legend who deserved better. Copper's comments came across as tone-deaf, ignoring the context of Bonner's mid-season exit and the loyalty Fever fans felt she had betrayed. Her defense of Bonner as a sweeter soul who simply didn't fit with the Fever rang hollow, especially given Bonner's lackluster performance. 4 points on 1 for 4 shooting, 1 rebound, and a -6 in 21 minutes. The Mercury's complaints about the crowd's reaction only underscored their inability to handle the pressure of the moment. In contrast, the Fever's responses were a study in professionalism. Coach Stephanie White addressed Bonner's return with grace, acknowledging the awkwardness of seeing her former player on the opposing side but keeping the focus on her team's performance. White emphasized the importance of basketball and relationships, steering clear of the drama that Copper seemed eager to stoke. Aaliyah Boston was even more concise, dismissing questions about Bonner with a simple, "That got nothing to do with me." Her focus remained on the team's mission, securing the win, and continuing to build toward their goals. Boston's maturity and poise highlighted the cultural difference between the two organizations. The Fever were focused on growth and unity, while the Mercury were caught up in excuses and defensiveness. The game also exposed Alyssa Thomas's role in the drama. Throughout the match, Thomas, Bonner's fiancée, engaged in heated exchanges with the crowd, taunting fans and claiming Bonner had joined a real team in Phoenix. Her actions backfired spectacularly as the Fever's performance dismantled her narrative. Thomas's taunts only fueled the crowd's energy, and her inability to back up her words on the court. She finished with a lackluster performance, made her provocations look foolish. The Fever's victory was a direct rebuke to Thomas's claims, proving that Indianapolis was the team with heart and resilience. The numbers told a compelling story. The Fever's win marked their 3rd straight victory, bringing their record to 15-12, 3 games above 500 for the first time since 2015. Sitting in 6th place in the WNBA standings, they were positioning themselves for a strong finish to the season, defying early expectations and proving their playoff potential. The contributions from McDonald, Beebe, Cunningham, Dantas, and Boston showcased a team with depth and versatility, capable of competing against top-tier opponents even without their star player. This wasn't just a win. It was a statement about the Fever's trajectory and their ability to overcome adversity. For Bonner, the game was a harsh lesson in accountability. She had left Indianapolis believing she was upgrading to a better team, only to be humbled by the very squad she had dismissed. Her 4-point performance was a stark contrast to the Fever's dynamic, team-oriented play, and the boos she endured were a reminder of the consequences of her decision. The fans' reaction, while harsh, was rooted in their passion for a team that was fighting for something bigger than any one player. Bonner's return was a reckoning, a moment where the universe seemed to align to deliver instant karma. The Fever's success wasn't just about proving a point against Bonner. It was about establishing their identity as a contender. The addition of players like McDonald and Beebe, made possible by Bonner's departure, showed the front office's ability to turn a negative into a positive. These players weren't just filling roster spots. They were embodying the grit and determination that define championship teams. The Fever's performance was a testament to the power of addition by subtraction, as Bonner's exit allowed them to build a roster that was greater than the sum of its parts. As the crowd at Gainbridge Fieldhouse celebrated the victory, the energy was electric, a mix of vindication and excitement for what the future held. The Fever had shown they could compete at a high level, even without Clark, and their chemistry and resilience were undeniable. For fans, the win was a moment of justice, a chance to show Bonner and the Mercury that loyalty and teamwork trump individual talent. The game was a microcosm of the Fever's journey, a team that had faced skepticism and setbacks, but was now emerging as a force to be reckoned with.